Nou, ik hoop dat nu alles wel goed gaat. Wat een penia, zo staat. Oh. Met Eurotruck. Oké. Wat mooi geluid. Wat is dit nou dan? Dat doet het ook niet. Valt die monitor uit? Dat is een goede vraag. Godverdegloeide godsamme. Hey. Nou, zijn we dan. Nog meer wat vandaag fout kan gaan? Laat me het even weten van tevoren. Want daar word je flauw van, man. Hè? Jemig. Oh ja, ik moest die rad hebben.
Tying things together seems to be becoming a new hobby of mine.
Cheesy from die had ik toch.
Whatever it is in there, if it is attracted to the smell, it'll grab its prey and disappear. It doesn't make much sense, really, does it? Looks like it could work as a trap. Stress on the could. Without any bait, if it is really true that mice and rats like cheese, then this aromatic piece of foam rubber must be the perfect bait. The big game hunt can begin. Then let's have a look and see what we've caught.
Oh ja.
Run. Run as fast as you can and keep the guard busy for as long as you can. Good luck.
Just you wait, you little beast! I'll get you!
A small, ugly green chair. The door is locked.
Max, quick! Get me out of here!
Hang on a moment. I've nearly done it. I'll put this thumbtack under the cushion so that the guard doesn't get suspicious.
Damn! That rat just slipped away from me! But wait, I'll get you next time! Ah! Spivak, you're a rat as well! But I'll get you too!
All is quiet. I hope the dose was strong enough. A bunch of keys.
Dat is mooi.
I'm really happy to see you. And thanks for...
My pleasure, noble princess. Come on now, we have to go.
I'll just get my things together. Hopefully those guys haven't grabbed everything. Thanks, you two. I would hate to think what would have happened if you hadn't come along.
You don't have to, but we wouldn't let you rot anywhere in the sticks.
I knew that I could rely on you.
Anytime. If I had to, then
En dan is...
Could you postpone the niceties until later?
Ja, ik ben
We
er
should
klaar
get
mee.
going. The people in the hospital are bound to
Of was
notice
ik
your
klaar mee?
absence soon.
Yeah, I'm ready. Although,
What?
we must be really close to where my father used to set up camp on his earlier expeditions. Am I right?
Yes, that's true. But we really don't have any time for that. The hospital belongs to the Russian military, and when they sound the alarm, it will get extremely uncomfortable around here. We should first get out of here and think about how we want to proceed along the way.
But
No buts. The risk of landing here in the first place was already big enough. We are going. Max, I need your help to get the airplane ready for liftoff.
Oleg is right. We've got to get away from here first, and then we'll see what happens. Go on, get your things out of the Jeep and come.
Wel, ik ga wel weer spelen. Maar ja, ik moet even...
Attention, attention. An alarm has gone off in the neighboring military hospital. A female patient who is considered extremely dangerous has escaped. The military has been notified and several soldiers are on their way here. Until they arrive, no one is allowed to leave the airfield. Everyone is ordered to be on high alert. No one will be permitted to take off or land.
damn, they're looking for me already. What now? We'll meet here in a few hours.
Momentje, hè?
I hope you have good news.
Unfortunately, no. Kalenkov is still missing.
I'm waiting for the good news.
Well, at least the others haven't found him yet either.
We are running out of time. The preparations for the project are almost finished and everyone is waiting for you to finally find the missing piece of the puzzle.
I'm doing my best. What should I do if...
Concentrate on his past. Someone has to know about Kalenkov's research, and if he can't tell us his secret himself, then others will just have to do it for him.
Hopefully Max and Oleg are all right. I suppose they weren't born yesterday. They'll get along with the soldiers somehow. And exactly how are we going to get away from here again, I don't yet know. We can brainstorm that later. In the meantime, I can try to find the camp from which my father started his expeditions. The thing is, where do I look? Apart from this tent, I have found no signs of human existence. Hopefully I can get some help here.
Oké. Nee, ik moet even een nieuwe USB-hub bestellen. Want ik kom poortentekort op mijn PC. PC is verder goed. Het lag aan die hub die ik heb laten maken. Dat ding was stuk geweest. Ik ben vrienden patat aan het eten.
A beautiful animal. Wouldn't it make a wonderful bedside rug? The fur is quite soft. It would definitely... Don't look at me like that, or I'll put my thoughts into action. It's a pity that civilization has progressed even into deepest Russia. It's a pity that civilization has progressed even into deepest Russia.
Dit dus. Volgens mij is dat friet.
A tomato ketchup sachet. With any luck, it may also have some natural ingredients in it. There will be everything one needs to survive in there.
Oké. Een spijro-duizelig maken, dat is prima. Zou je leuk vinden, denk ik.
Through a small hole in the lid, you can see that it's almost full of water. A beautiful animal. Wouldn't it make a wonderful bedside rug? The fur is quite soft. It would definitely... Don't look at me like that. A large case, probably for provisions. Too big, too heavy, and too useless. Sorry for simply barging in like this, but I'm looking for...
Medicine. Parchment.
Burnt.
What? Which parchment? And what kind of medicine? I don't understand. The old guy seems to be in a kind of semi-conscious state. I'm not at all sure if he can even hear me. Obviously, he needs some kind of medication. I'll take a look around. First aid? Only first aid for alcoholics. 1 bottle of vodka and nothing else.
Oh,
No bandages, no painkillers. Apart from the vodka, of course. The old man obviously needs a specific medicine. This is an exceptional situation. Vodka alone won't help. A simple tin cup. A strange creature with its mouth open. It seems to be some type of nutcracker.
No.
The old guy obviously doesn't want me to take the statue. I'd better leave it here. This grill is rather rusty.
oké. 20 mensen al.
The fire hasn't completely destroyed the parchment, but it is pretty charred and brittle. These bits of parchment have been so badly fire damaged that they'll fall apart if I pick them up. I'll have to restore them somehow. This vodka is only for first aid purposes. This thing has all the bells and whistles. This thing has all... There's no reception here.
Oh. That sucks. Oh, er zat toch wel iemand die je niet leuk vindt, ja.
A simple wooden cooking spoon.
No. Coyote.
The tree is ancient. It must have survived the catastrophe undamaged, but that was 100 years ago. Only the bark is flaking off. But that would happen to me after a century as well.
Wat heb je verpest? Ach jee.
A sharp stone. A failed and abandoned attempt to plant and raise a tomato plant, known to the biologist as Solanum lycopersicum. For others, love or paradise apple, a member of the nightshade family. What should I do with this drought victim? A failed and What should I do with this drought victim? What should I do with this drought That stuff stinks. It looks and smells like there's sulfur coming out of there.
Oh. Game over met Spiral. Oh?
I'm not putting my hand into that. I'll scald myself.
Ja, je kan save game laden, toch?
Siberian gentian leek. Seems to be the only plant that flowers around here. I have no idea if it is under protection, but it is so pretty that I would really like to make an exception and leave it in one piece.
Serieus?
What should I do with this drought victim? This grill is rather rusty. A large case. Too big.
Nou, open je dat ding toch? Als het ding te groot is.
Through a small hole in the lid, you can see that it's almost full of water. The barrel has a fitted lid, and therefore I can't get it off. The trough is empty. Clearly, nobody seems to take very good care of the animals. The trough is empty. It makes a very solid impression. I am not driving away from here. I am not driving away from here until I have found out something at least that throws a little light on Daddy's kidnapping.
Jeep. Hier valt niks meer te halen of zo. Nope. Wel.
Then I'll get on with my favorite hobby and start destroying things.
Yay!
And this is all that this spade and I leave over from the case.
Alleen debris, oké. Debris.
I definitely won't fell the tree with that. I'll limit myself to the bark.
Geen idee.
The tree is ancient. I know. They're under the protection of nature conservation laws. I'll be very careful.
Er staat er best een brede kont in dat spel trouwens. Ga lekker met die andere monitor. Hoi Niels.
The resin will probably burn into the cup. That won't help me much either.
Kan ik ook niet geen...
The barrel has a fitted lid, and therefore I can't get it off.
Fitted lid.
A tomato ketchup sachet. With any luck, it may also have some natural ingredients.
Oké. Okay. Reindeer.
The trough is empty.
Kijk, dit is notenkraker, hè?
I made such an effort digging up that plant that unless it is absolutely necessary, I would like to keep it the way it was designed to be, in one piece. There are still pieces of parchment in the ash. If I put the wood in there, it'll completely destroy them. The bark is drenched in water and will probably not burn very well. They all look as if they're about to fall apart. I'll be very careful that... One of the threads has come loose. I don't need any more of them, so I'll leave the tassels where they are. I have a different concept of sharp.
Oh ja, is ook zo'n spel inderdaad.
The fire hasn't completely destroyed the parchment, but it is pretty charred and brittle. The fireplace is already cold. One of those things comprising of 3 billion threads.
Nope.
A small plug stuck in the barrel. If
Okay.
I pull the plug on that barrel, its contents will seep into the ground.
Wat waren nog meer voor zulke spel eigenlijk? Als je een vijand verslagen had, dan kwam zo'n duw weer terug. Heeft het ook niet met het spel te maken, Dennis? Omdat het een oud spel is.
That poor animal is drinking as if there were no tomorrow.
Oké. Kan ook zijn dat het zo hoort dat vijanden om duur weer terugkomen. Maar ik weet niet meer welk spel het was. Wat heb ik nu?
Through heating, the water and the resin have mixed. The resin is almost runny now.
Oké.
The old man doesn't look very well. I'm not going to get any further on my own, and if he doesn't get his medicine soon...
Security breach. Raakt het bij jou heel erg? Even kijken, hoe kan ik nog wat met dat plantje daar? Waarom kan ik niks met die
What
tomatenplant?
should I do with this drought victim? A failed and abandoned attempt to plant and raise a tomato plant, known to the biologist as Solanum lycopersicum. For others, love or paradise apple.
Oké, ik kan die grillkruk erop zetten en... Dit ding niet meer.
A short woolen thread. A tomato ketchup.
Ik heb geen idee. Ik ken het spel niet. Is er ook geen film van trouwens?
The tree is ancient. It must have survived the... There are still pieces of parchment in the ash. If I put the wood in there, it'll completely destroy them.
Parchment. Hoe haal ik die parchment eruit dan? Nee.
I made such an effort digging up that plant. The old man obviously needs a specific medicine.
Wat moet ik met die vodka dan?
A beautiful animal.
Nee. Nee. Nee.
The barrel is now empty.
Oh, mooi. Wat moet ik met die garbage dan? Ik heb geen idee. resin 3.
That stuff stinks. It looks and smells like there's sulfur coming out of there.
Nou, dat had hij ook niet in. Even kijken hoor. Ja, was dat die film met Nicolas Cage? Oké, maar als ik die rooster hierop doe, dan krijg ik verder niks meer mee.
What should I do with...
Tomatoplant.
Through heating, the water and the resin have mixed. The resin is almost runny now.
Wat is runny? Sla mij dood. I don't quite night.
It is almost halfway fresh. I made such an effort digging up that plant that unless it is absolutely necessary...
Waar moet ik met die noten kraken dan?
No.
The old
Oh,
guy obviously doesn't want me to take the statue. I need your help, old man.
Me. Sin.
In his condition, I am hardly going to be able to talk to him. I'm afraid he's going to fall into a coma at any time.
Nou, een keer die notenkraken meenemen.
There are still pieces of parchment.
Parchment. Wat bedoelt het met parchment? Hier heb je een schep, pak het op dan.
A short... Not really the superlative in whetstones, but these scissors can't get any blunter. And how's that? It now cuts more than butter.
Ja, en?
Beautifully sharp again.
Oh.
Easy there, boy.
Anyway. Oh. Wat heb ik nou weer
I've
gemaakt?
tied the hair into a sort of ponytail. If I take the spoon, the hairs, and this thread, and I... Hey!
Oh.
It works!
Hé, een bezem.
It will never be a masterpiece of contemporary art, but it will serve its purpose admirably. What do you want me to paint it with?
Painted with?
These bits of parchment have been so badly fire damaged that they'll fall apart if I pick them up. I'll have to restore them somehow. If I paint the resin very carefully over the parchment pieces... It worked! 5 parts of the source of life, 2 parts of root of tears, 1 part blood of the night, 3 parts drops of intoxication, to be taken shortly before it unites with the wind. What effect it is supposed to have isn't noted, just as much as how to get each ingredient. I could press out the gentian bulb with that, but then the juice would run all over the place. Making fire is becoming one of my specialties. I could press out the gentian bulb with that. What should I do with this drought victim?
Okay.
This grill is rather rusty.
Ja.
5 parts of the source of life, 2 parts of root of tears, 1 part blood of the night, 3 parts drops of intoxication, taken shortly before it unites with the wind. What effect it is supposed to have isn't noted, just as much as how to get each...
No.
No.
The old guy obviously doesn't.
Help!
I need your help, old man.
Me.
In his condition,
Geef toch die,
the old man obviously needs a specific.
geef toch die vodka, man.
There's no reception here.
Fireplace.
This grill is.
Uh,
I am not driving away. It's a pity that civilization has progressed even into deepest Russia.
ja hoor. Gerust je gang. Je mag het gerust zeggen. Hey.
I could press out the gentian bulb. One of those things comprising of 3 billion threads.
Hoezo ik leef weer in dierentuin?
One of those things comprising of 3 billion threads.
Oké, maar wat hebben we hier nog te zoeken dan met die tessels? Nee.
No.
The old guy. A strange creature with its mouth.
Waarom kan ik iedere keer die... Ik snap er niks van.
Making fire is becoming one of my specialties. a beautiful animal. Wouldn't it make a wonderful bedside rug? The fur is quite soft. It would definitely... Don't look at me like that, or I'll put my thoughts into action.
Wat moet ik met die... Steek de ding in de fik dan. Waterbasin. Maar wat ik dan niet begrijp, dat kopje.
What should I do with this drought victim?
Ja, wat denk je?
A failed and abandoned attempt to...
Geef dit ding nog vodka of zo, weet ik veel wat.
This is obviously what is considered in the area to be a comprehensive, all-purpose first aid measure.
Hoe dump ik die vodka dan? Dat moet ik misschien... Oh. Oeps. Ja.
Hey, old man, wake up. Is this the recipe for your medicine? It really does seem to be the recipe. The old guy wants me to prepare it in this vial. I'll have to hurry preparing his medicine. He's not going to hold out for much longer. The plant will hardly fit in there.
No.
I could press out the gentian bulb with that, but then the juice would run all over the place. Well, that must be the right doses, depending, of course, on the bulb being meant as the root of tears. Ketchup is made of tomatoes. Tomatoes belong to the nightshade family. That could be the connection to the blood of the night reference. I'll try it. A few drops of the intoxication. The medicine is not finished yet.
Oh, is dat zo?
I should get all the ingredients together before I start cooking.
Oké. Wat nog meer dan? Lucifers, een schep. What the...
5 parts from the source of life. Got it.
Nee. Nee.
Hopefully this witch's brew doesn't blow up in my face. I have no idea when the stuff is ready, but before it all evaporates... Evaporate! That's it! To be taken before it unites with the wind. Then the medicine must be finished. Drink, old man. I hope that helps.
Thanks.
My pleasure. What happened?
A little difference of opinion with the guards.
Guards? From the research station?
Yes, Oh, it's not important.
Not so important. You nearly died.
But I'm alive, and you aren't just here to help me, are you? You have some questions.
Yes. How did you know?
Your eyes betray you. The eyes betray everyone. And your eyes, I know your eyes. They were here once a long time ago.
Me? I was most certainly not.
Yes, they were. But they weren't in the body of a young woman. You're the daughter of... What was his name again?
Vladimir Kalenkow? You know my father?
Yes, Vladimir was his name. He came to me back then like you are today, with the same eyes.
I need your help. If you knew my father, then you can also tell me what happened here all those years ago.
I'm only a shepherd. I've always been a shepherd, and I will remain a shepherd for the rest of my life.
But...
I know my place in life, and you should know yours too. Listen to the words of a simple man. My son didn't listen to me.
what do you mean?
You want to know what happened here almost 50 years ago, and what is happening here today. My son was also curious. He didn't want to listen to me. He found a strange piece of metal in the woods, and he asked questions. The wrong questions to the wrong people. I never saw him again. There are things that we are just not meant for. If we don't realize this...
Old man, your words may be very wise, but my father is in danger and I need your help.
I know. I can see it in your eyes. You really are just like your father. I also warned him, but he didn't want to listen to me either. He entered the cursed realm of the Ugdi, the evil thunderbirds that have been sent to cause endless sickness since the year of the great catastrophe. Your father ignored my warning, and his companion must have paid dearly for it. I know that I cannot stop you, so I will tell you where your father had his camp back then. Follow the northern path until you reach the swamps, and you will find what you are looking for. But always remember my words. Be careful in everything you do. Things happen here that no one can even begin to imagine.
The Evank was right. The atmosphere here is real strange. So unreal. Even if perhaps a good portion of superstition is involved, I have a strange feeling here. And then the story with the thunderbirds and the endless sickness. Pull yourself together, Nina. You're just exhausted. There are no thunderbirds, and any phenomenon, no matter how mysterious, can be explained rationally. Hopefully.
Calling International Rescue. Calling International Rescue.
That must be the site that the old man spoke of. My father started his expeditions from here. Maybe I'll find an explanation here of how the events of the past link with the kidnapping of my father.
Thunderbirds are go.
I should probably watch out where I'm stepping. One false step could be my last one. The small windows are absolutely filthy. An 8mm film projector. Considering its age and the fact that it's not professionally handled here, it is not in bad condition. It won't work without electricity. An old rag.
Calling International Rescue. Oh. What?
Nothing happens. A small metal pin. A small metal pin. A small metal pin. A small... Nothing happens. There is nothing special to see, but then again, it is pitch black in there. The wall is covered in soot. You can't just wipe it over and, hey, presto, clean. There is nothing special. A small bit of tinfoil. The small windows are absolutely filthy. Inside, the windows are almost clean. Are shards always broken, or are there whole shards? An interesting question. I'll have to ask my former philosophy professor. Are shards... As an obedient little housewife, of course I know what my duties are. There, finished. Shall I make dinner now as well? It won't work without electricity. It looks like a garden hose. Time has been gnawing away at it, but there don't seem to be any large cracks or holes in it. If I remember correctly, then that thing has something to do with magnetism and producing electricity. A generator, supplying the hut with power. There is obviously no more fuel in it. That would have been too good. A bit of petroleum still seems to be in there. An old drinking water tank.
Drinking water tank. Okay.
I don't think that a diesel generator will run on petroleum, and there's hardly anything left in the lamp anyway. Wow, what a monster! I have to ask, even if I'm talking to myself, how did that thing get here? That must be a tributary of the stony Tunguska. It's not the river's fault, but I'm starting to hate that name. Wow. This has been plundered. Everything that can be taken off and carried is gone. There are only 2 small nuts here, and I am having them.
Wat is daar dan mee dan?
There still seems to be a bit of diesel oil in there.
Moet ik alleen nog
I've hung the hose into the tank.
een emmer hebben of zo.
That must be the research station that the transit train was supposed to be going to. Has it even arrived there at all? The research station is certainly impressive. It even has its own runway, and probably just as impressively secured. I can forget getting in there. I'm not even sure that I want to go in anyway. After all, I have heard and read about this station and the place it was built on. Anyway, the station does radiate a certain fascination. Not a positive one, and the longer I look, the more I get the shivers. I'd better make my way back. There's a lot to do, and I still don't know what secret out of Daddy's past is concealed here. The river drops about 30 meters here. It's a very impressive sight. The whole station looks like out of a science fiction movie. Hardly believable, considering that it has been here for several decades. Will its secret ever be revealed to me?
Okie dokie.
Are shards always broken? There's still plenty of vodka in there. If I want the one spirit, I think I will have to get rid of the other. Nastarovia! Oops, I think I'm a bit out of practice. That's what I call quality craftsmanship. Over 50 years old, and it still works like it did when it came out of the factory. There is no roll of film in there.
Oh.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. A small metal pin. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Is er verder ook geen gereedschap of zo?
There is nothing special to see. The wall is covered in soot.
Even kijken. Swamp.
It is light enough here, and I don't want to waste any petroleum. I'll light the lamp.
Huh?
I can't see or find anything special. I can't...
Nee?
The wall is covered in soot. The wall is covered.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Ik wil zeker niet meer van die dingen dan.
Wow. That's the last bit of diesel out of the truck. The once proud juggernaut. That must be a tributary of the Stony. I've wrapped the tinfoil around the broken glass.
Huh?
Because of the tinfoil, the shard is no longer transparent.
Je meent het.
The rag is soaked through.
Wat?
Because of the tinfoil, the shard is no longer transparent. An old drinking water tank. I would never have dreamed that one day I would clean out a chimney from the inside. We don't want to take things to extremes. The fireplace is clean enough. We don't want to...
Kijk, we zetten voor cijfers dan.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. It makes a very solid...
Waar heb ik die schep dan nog voor nodig? Die moet ik ergens voor nodig hebben.
An 8mm film projector. Considering its age and the fact that it's not professionally handled here, it is not in bad condition. There is no roll of film in there.
Shard in aluminiumfolie.
It is light enough here. If I remember correctly, then that thing has something to do with magnetism and
Magnetism.
I'll hold both nuts close to the coils, but not too close, otherwise I'll be toast. As a result, they seem to have become magnetized.
Oké. En iedere keer als ik dit ding gebruik, dan verliest hij zeggen die magnetische kracht.
That's strange. Obviously, the compass needle only moves when I press the button. I seem to have triggered a mechanism, but nothing has happened yet. The nut is magnetic.
Oké. Van... Was dat 7,5? Even kijken. Dat was... pen en papier. Wat is dit? Zo'n 7,5. 3. 10,5. En wat is dat? 6?
Now that the suit is off, I can see numbers written on it. 7.5, 3, 10.5, 6.
En dat heeft waarschijnlijk al met dit te maken. Oh. Ben ik nog gek?
Nothing happened. Nothing happened. The button must have a purpose. But what?
Wacht even, 7,5.
Nothing happened.
Is dit een half?
Nothing happened. The button must...
10.
This grinding noise sounds like my father's safe at home when I've just tried a wrong combination. I can probably start again now.
Oh, 3 moet ik heen. 3. Huh? Nee.
This grinding noise sounds like my father's safe at home when I've just tried a wrong combination. I can probably start again now.
In het begin dat jouw stream kwam, zijn we... Ja. Dat klopt. Ik zei ook je hele naam. Hoe werkte de godsnaam dan? Huh?
This grinding noise sounds like my father's safe at home when I've just tried a wrong combination. I can probably start again now. The button must... A small...
Metal Pack, West Side, East Side, North, South. Hoe doe ik dan 7,5? Als dat 3 is...
This grinding noise sounds like my father's safe at home
Nee.
when I've just tried a wrong combination. I can probably start again now.
10,5. Hoe doe ik dan die...
This grinding noise sounds like my father's safe at home.
Ik heb geen idee. Is dat geen 2?
Nothing happened. The button must have a purpose. But
Hoe kwam ik ook weer bij 3? Dat is 12.
nothing happened. The button must have a purpose. Nothing happened. This grinding noise sounds like my father's safe at home.
Please note that a compass is a clock dial. Have some similar vergelijkenissen. Clock dial. Ja, prima. Clock. Nee.
Nothing happened. Nothing.
Huh?
Nothing happened.
Hoe kom ik er bij 7,5?
Nothing happened. This grinding noise sounds like my father's safe at home when I've just tried a wrong
Clock dial.
Nothing happened. This grinding noise sounds like my father's safe at home when I've just tried a wrong combination. I can probably start again now.
10,5. Ik begrijp er niks van. Dit? Dat. Juist. Dit is... Waarom geeft hij een dan van 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nee. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Huh? Half, anderhalf, 2, 2,5, 3, 3,5, 4. Hoe tel je dit? Als je zou zeggen van Southwest. Nee, dat is 7. 6, 7. 6.
This grinding noise sounds like my father's safe.
Even kijken. Ik kreeg... Nee. Ik moet 7 hebben. Dan is dit 7,5. 3. Oh, dat is 9. Nee.
This grinding noise sounds like my father's safe at home when I've
Oh my god.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens. En ik kan me niet voorstellen dat dat 3 is. Of is dat misschien 3,5? 3 bedoel ik. Huh?
This grinding noise sounds like my father's safe at home.
Dit 7,5? Dit 3? Dit is 10. Zes.
A secret compartment.
Olé!
There are a few old documents and a roll of film in there. I'll have a look at the documents. Maybe my father left them there. Yes, indeed. He describes that the 1958 expedition apparently could not provide an explanation why the plant growth has changed so much here since the catastrophe of 1908. The discovery of a meteorite, hoped for by the government as a cause of the devastating explosion, also did not materialize. For this reason, neither my father in his function as the leader of the expedition, nor the biologist, Ken Morangi, could provide an unambiguous conclusion, which obviously was not regarded favorably by the authorities. Oh, and they are also briefly mentioning Oleg here, but apparently he was not that important. I guess I'd better not tell him that. Years later, in his function as a geologist at the Academy of Sciences in Moscow, my father examined a strange piece of metal that had been found in the Tunguska region. He then was able to prove its non-terrestrial origins, which breathed new life into the meteorite theory. However, upon further analysis, he and his colleague Manuel Perez discovered traces that indicated that the metal had been worked. When they wanted to publish their discovery in the Kalenkov Expert, it was completely, surprisingly rejected, and they were forbidden any further examination of the rock. When my father continued to inquire about the happenings in the Tunguska region, he was dismissed from the Academy of Sciences. The last entries are from 1977. Obviously, he and Manuel Perez went to the Tunguska region on their own. They hoped to find additional fragments of that strange material so they could continue their studies. What the goal was and what happened isn't written down in here. In addition, I have this burning desire to know what is going on with this fragment. On the one hand, it's probably not of terrestrial origin, but on the other hand, it was processed. That would mean the old Evank also said something about his son finding some metal fragment in the woods and then suddenly disappearing. That would fit in with the fact that my father was even thrown out of the Academy of Sciences due to his analysis. I hope that I will find some more answers on that roll of film. Empty.
What? Okay.
Damn, the bulb has burned out. It's not possible to just pop around to the shops and get another around this place. So now is the time to think of something else. Yep, that should work. Since it's rather dark in here, the light reflected by my modified glass shard should do it.
So, Manuel, the camera's rolling.
Please excuse me for a moment. I'll be right back.
Manuel!
What was that? Lightning? Or sheet lightning? And what happened to this Manuel Perez? That sounded like an explosion. I should see what's going on. Looks as if half the station exploded.
Come on! Move your asses! The intruders have to be around here somewhere. We'll get them. Spread out.
Oh, my head. What was that? Feels like someone sifted through my thoughts.
There's someone up there. Get them!
Damn. I have to get away from here.
Oh.
Thanks. That was close.
No problem. I told you that I would catch you if you were ever standing on the edge of a precipice. What happened? We just saw that some areas of the research station were in flames, and suddenly there were soldiers everywhere.
I don't know much more either. Suddenly, two strange figures appeared in front of me out of nowhere.
From the FSB?
No, they weren't agents. I'm not really sure. This may sound kind of stupid, but I'm not even sure if they were human.
What?
I don't know how I should describe it. It was more like a feeling that I got from them.
What did they want? Did they say anything?
They didn't really speak. It was more like voices inside my head. It was as if they were looking for an answer.
What kind of answer?
I don't know how to describe the feeling. It was as if my head was going to explode. I've never experienced pain like that. And then suddenly, I knew that I wanted to tell them everything. It was suddenly so clear.
You told them everything?
No. Before I could say anything, the soldiers came and the two figures disappeared as suddenly as they appeared. Where are we flying to anyway?
In the meantime, Sandy has found out that your father was never in Moscow. So it almost looks as if the entire trip was pretty much in vain.
No, on the contrary. I'm now sure that my father was kidnapped for some reason that has to do with the Tunguska catastrophe.
How come?
I found some of my father's old documents. If I haven't misunderstood them, he was on the trail of something big, and I have a name. Manuel Perez. He was with my father back then, and we also know approximately where he is now.
Yes, in a mental institution on Cuba. Great lead.
It's gotta be worth a try. And there's another name on the list. This Irish biologist, Ken Morangi.
That's right. I know that I have already asked a lot from you two, and I'm deeply indebted to you. And I would understand...
Stop rambling. What's your plan? You're heading to Cuba and I'm heading to Ireland?
You'd really do that?
You can pay me back some other time. For example, by buying me a cup of hot coffee.
Max, you're a sweetheart.
And don't you ever forget it.
Havana.
Oleg, I'm not usually like that. But what should I do? Besides you two, I don't have anyone who could help me. And if my father...
It's okay. We enjoy helping you, honestly. So don't worry about us. Concentrate on your dad.
Yeah, okay. We already found the psychiatric hospital. I only hope that this Perez is still here.
Why shouldn't he? But first I have to take care of some formalities. Will you be okay without me?
Sure. I can manage the 20 yards to the reception desk by myself. Go on. I'll be all right.
Okay. See you later.
Bye. Hey. Nou.
Morangi must live here somewhere nearby. If he's still alive. Hopefully the locals can help me.
Oké, hartstikke leuk. Ik zal weer copyright dingetjes krijgen. Load. Game saved. Ah, fijn. Ik call it a day. Wat heb ik allemaal aan? Het spel duurt nog wel even, denk ik.
Max knows what he has to do. And he won't really be able to help me much from so far away.
Ja, misschien wel. Bedankt voor het kijken. En, ja, ik ben blij dat deze stream wel goed is gegaan. Jammer voor die American track. Nou ja. Shit happens. Nou. Fijne avond nog allemaal. Wat rust voor straks. Tot volgende keer.